taking a while for this video to start, but bear with me. This video is coming, and it too will prove the noise upstairs, because it will be the tenants downstairs will be talking on this video here soon. The ones that don't want to say anything because they're like pushover kind of people. But again, this video will be starting soon. Just bear with me. You got your mail? Oh, Lord.
But I saw a mail saying something, parents of Cruz, but it's not his name. I saw Denise, something like that.
Where?
In the mailbox.
Oh, no, it's not mine.
Oh,
No. Yeah, I hated to Paul saw me like that last night, but I try to be calm all this time. And you all take all that noise. And I know y'all know it's loud too, because you've already told me that. But I take all I can.
Does that bother him?
It bothers him a little bit, but it bothers me. And you know, I've taken it, I bit my tongue, I've tried not to say anything. Last night I kind of went off. I kind of get, you know, it,
He told me that. So
yeah, for no reason? Really? No reason? The reason is because I don't take a bunch of crap and he does. Because, I mean, I already got proof that he told me it was noisy. He said it himself. And he don't say anything. He wants to take it.
Maybe he can sleep.
No, it bothers him too, because he has told me that itself. And I'm not a pushover. But this isn't free. You know, we're paying money, and I've tried to take and try not to say anything. He has said before that it was loud. He has said that himself.
Are they moving furniture or something like that?
Yeah, it gets on my nerves, and I try not to say nothing. I mean, it's been like it since I've been here, and I try not to say anything, but last night just hit a nerve. You know, usually I don't, get that upset. But I was like, okay, you're inconsiderate. You don't care about us. You don't care about y'all, because if they did, it's over your head too. And you people don't say anything. And I don't normally say anything.
Maybe I get used to it. It doesn't bother me, honestly.
Yeah, well, you have talked about it, though. You have said that it's noisy.
Yeah, but it doesn't
he just
bother
told
me.
you not to say anything. I know what the deal is. Your husband probably told you, don't say nothing, don't complain. I'm not stupid. You both have told me that it's noisy. That's why I want to check with y'all first to make sure it wasn't just me. And when you said, yeah, the dog, and you were saying that the furniture, the rolling, you said that. You both did. That's okay, well, it's not just me. That's why I checked with you all. So is it just me?
Then maybe you complain to the...
But I know what to do. I know what to do. But I have tried, and I'm not gonna. I say if I complain, and then you all get to enjoy the quietness without even saying anything. Maybe, that's not fair to me.
He always out, honestly.
No, he's not, because he has told me. You both have told me that. That's why, like I said, I checked with you to see, is it noisy to y'all? And you all said yes, it's the rolling, and it's like that, but y'all don't say anything because you people you just take whatever. Now, so I'm the one who have to speak up. I get it quiet. You all enjoy that too, the quietness, without even standing with me, without even saying anything. That ain't fair to us.
But I'm fine, honestly. I can take it. But
no, you know that it's noisy and all of that, but it affects me. And so when people don't care about us, even if they're your friends, because I mean, what I can do is maybe everybody may have to go. I'm not playing. I'm a fair housing advocate. I know what to do, and it's not fair. It's not fair to us. Even if it doesn't bother you, or you're saying it doesn't bother you now, but you told me it was noisy. You said that. Right? You and your husband both said that.
But it doesn't bother me now.
Yeah, it doesn't bother you now because y'all don't want me to say nothing.
No, because we get used to it.
But it's not fair. It's not fair housing. And that's why landlords keep doing stuff and getting away, because people don't speak up. That is why the conditions never change. People just sit and take stuff. Then you make it hard for yourself. You make it hard for others. I know you don't like that above your head. You ain't got to tell me that you do, because I know that you don't. Nobody would enjoy something above their heads. Who would enjoy that? Furniture rolling. But I haven't said anything. And you know what? I really don't want to have to say anything. I don't.
Then maybe.
But if it's not bothering you and you know it's bothering me, and you're down here and you've admitted that it's noisy, I know what to do. I know what to do. Then if they're your friends, you can say, ma'am, it's not bothering us. We're saying it didn't bother us, but it's bothering the lady downstairs. Can y'all be a little? But nobody cares about what's happened to us. If that's your friends, you can, even if you can keep me from having to say something, but when I say something, it ain't gonna be nothing nice. I have got proofs of the video of barking. I've got proofs on my video of the furniture, because I know what I need. When I go to step forth about something, I know what I need to prove something. And I got the proof. I got the proof of what you said, and I got the proof of what he said. When you said that you heard, I got proof. That's how I operate, with proof. And again, I don't want to say anything. I really don't. But this has got to, and a lot of this is the owner, because they're supposed to have certain acoustics, certain, what do you call it? Insulation. But you cannot not have the insulation and then disturb people downstairs that are paying rent. We're paying rent. But if the people, if I tried to work with them, you don't say nothing. I went in a nice way and I tried to talk to them. That didn't work.
I think the best way is you talk to the landlord
No.
first.
Yeah, no, I know how to do it. I got the laws and the ordinances and the statutes. If people can't look for me and be their friend, I can't be their friends. You know, if all it takes is, and I know this man, your husband, I know he's a pushover. Yeah, I know that. He don't speak up. He lets people run over him. We know that. That's why he's stuck with the car. That's why you lost all your stuff, remember? He's a pushover. Okay? But I hate to get like this, Carmen, and I try to be nice, but they're disturbing. I'm an older lady, too. This ain't free. I ain't supposed to even be here, like I told you. This is discrimination while I'm here. Fair housing is the law. When a person is paying, y'all want to be random, that's y'all. But fair housing is the law. It ain't something I wrote. It's the law.
I better tell Paul we don't have the card. So what can we do for the working? If doing like that every day, we can't work. Got no money for the gas.
Because I try to, maybe he can ask his friends upstairs to give him some money for gas. Maybe they'll lend it to him. I'm pissed off, I tell you. You know, if like I said, if it gets a little calm over the weekend, if they calm it down, I won't say anything. Because I don't want to. But I'm tired of the stuff over my head. It bothers me. Constantly walking, creaking, dropping. That isn't fair to me. I'm a tenant and I have the right to have fair housing. That's the law. North Carolina's laws, federal laws. I got papers this thick of the law. I know the housing codes. I can speak up and I can get it very quiet down here. You all would enjoy that too. But I don't want to say nothing, Carmen. I want to be nice. I really do. But it's not fair. Maybe he asked the people upstairs, maybe they can help. He said they're his friends. I hate to get to see me like this, but I gotten really And again, this video proves unfair housing. This video proves that there's noisy conditions and it is illegal because fair housing is the law. The breach of a warranty of habitability and the breach of a covenant of quiet enjoyment. They're breaches because the implied warranty of habitability says that when you move into a place, they are implying, the owners, management, they are implying that your place is going to be safe, comfortable, free of infestations, noise. That is what they're implying. When you move in and you are not receiving the quiet enjoyment or any other condition that you're supposed to receive as a tenant under the landlord tenant statutes, the Fair Housing Act, the implied warranty, the habitability, the quiet enjoyment, the covenant of quiet enjoyment, then when you're not receiving those things and many other laws, then you don't have fair housing. And fair housing is the law. Now, these people next door have complained as well on the noise and things like that. And then they want to say, oh, well, they didn't bother us. Well, yes, it was. Yes, it is. Because you're the first one that talked about the rolling of the furniture. I wanted to be sure that the noise was not just me being affected, which is why I spoke to these people first. But these people here do not want to speak up for their rights. They buy cars without titles. They pay people for vehicles that they have got from them without even getting receipts. They buy vehicles without having anything checked out, going by the owner's word, and things like that. These people don't realize when people do not speak up for their rights, it affects them and others. This is why landlords and property owners continue to violate laws. This is one of the reasons, at least. Because when no one says anything, then nothing gets done. And so these practices of illegal housing practices and housing discrimination, violation of the laws, these things tend to continue because people don't say nothing, is one of the reasons. When the government and so forth does not enforce their own laws, then we have to enforce them for them. Now, if I'm a civil rights fighter that I am, and for all people, and an advocate for fair housing, how can I be that if I don't advocate for fair housing? Then my title is without weight. I am not one for wanting to complain about anything. I'm not that type of person, but I am an advocate for fair housing, and I am a fighter for civil rights. And I got a little upset about the noise, and when this lady said her husband said somebody was upset for no reason. No reason. So that's what you say, I am upset about no reason, because you don't want to speak up. I don't get upset for no reason, first of all. So when I speak up, you also get fair housing. You are the kind of tenant, the kind of people that keep unfair housing practices going. You are the kind of people that keep unfair housing practices going. And to say that I am upset for no reason, that is a slur to me, and that makes me look like I am the problem. This is why I keep my evidence. I keep my videos, because when something happens, I know how to establish prima facie case. Prima facie is when a judge can look at a lawsuit and see the first appearance that it is illegal housing discrimination. Prima facie cases. We just had a problem pronouncing that word. But for you to say that I'm upset for no reason, well, maybe it's the reason that you admitted that it's loud. But you told me that when you moved into the place, no one charged you any rent or deposit, and you were able to get in because of your homeless condition. So you feel that you have to take whatever and make it look like there's nothing wrong. But you're barking up the wrong tree. Because if I have to speak up about anything, then I have all the evidence that I need. It doesn't matter what you say. I have proof of what you said as well. You agreed. Because again, when the housing thing was, noise was affecting, then I said, well, let me check and see if it bothers the people next door. That's the first thing I did. And they said, yes, if dogs bark. They talked about furniture rolling on the floor, like, you know. And now you want to act, she's upset for nothing. No, I don't get upset for nothing. I get upset when laws are broke, fair housing codes are violated. I am not a pushover. I am not a troublemaker. But again, I believe in justice and fair treatment to all people, for all people. And the work that I do as an advocate is to advocate. If I'm going to be in conditions and I'm scared to speak up or scared to stand for anyone's rights, including our own and other, what I do when I stand up and when I speak out, it's not just for my rights or my son's rights. It's for all others, for them, for whoever. If you want to take the noise and then pretend as though it isn't happening, then you should have never admitted that it did, because I have proof of everything that I do. In a case where I may have to address something, and you have to understand my position, I will keep all my evidence and all of my defenses, because I don't know when, as an advocate and a fighter for civil rights and fair housing, I don't know when I may need to present in front of a judge. And you can't go up no hearsay, or somebody told me this or told me that. You're going in there with evidence, and you're going in there with proof. So I want to make sure I have that, because that's what I do. I am against fair housing violations because I have lived through it. I know the damages of it, and it's nothing nice and it's nothing cute. As I said, I defeated a government entity in a case of illegal housing discrimination. Am I speaking up? Am I using my voice to stand up for our rights? Was not just for us. It has helped others in the community. As they have come to me and they've told me that you're speaking up, and thank you, some have said. It's in my blood, it's in my genes to stand up for rights, because my dad was that way. I don't know how you people have been raised, or what you've been raised with, or how, but I was raised by a dad that stood up for civil rights. I was raised by a man that told me to be kind and loving and treat people the way I want to be treated. I remember the words of my mother, and I've never forgotten them, and I never will, as long as I live in the system. My mother told me, she said, you don't mistreat people, because you don't know who might have to give you a glass of water. That's the way I was raised. So when you make a remark that I'm upset for no reason, you got the wrong one. I have plenty of reason to be upset, because I don't like injustices. I don't like unfair treatment. And you do. You see, the way you think and the way that I think, the way you think hurts yourself and others. But the way I think, I'm interested in the way I think is to change laws. It's to speak up and to help others. That's what I do. And like Bloomberg said, I've got this on my Facebook page, and I've got it in other videos. He said, don't be afraid to stand up for what you know is right, no matter how unpopular it may be, especially when it's to defend the rights of others. And then in that same video, or that same writings, Martin Luther King, who I've just been looking at videos for him today, Martin Luther King Jr. said, injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. That's what Martin Luther King said. So let's not get this twisted. As a fighter for civil rights, which is in my blood, not only is it in my blood from what my dad taught me, but it's in the Bible. Proverbs 31:9 says, stand up, speak out, judge righteously or fairly, and defend the legal rights of the lowly and the poor. So when I do that, I'm obeying the command of many so-called Christians. I'm obeying that command. So that remark, if she said that her husband made, that I am upset for nothing, you got me twisted. You have got me twisted. That is why you were sitting there with 2 cars in the lot, switching tags from one car to another. That's why you're sitting with one of them, you bought it without a title. It's not even yours. You don't know who. This is the kind of people that, of it. That's the kind of people, and that's the kind of person that says, I'm upset for nothing. Nothing? Really? Nothing. The person don't even have sense enough to realize that my standing up and speaking out is for their benefit. Because I know that bothers you. I know the noise bothers you, but you're a pushover. You're a pushover. But I'm not. I'm not. So again, this is why I keep my evidence, because when I stand forth and if I have to address issues, I'm gonna have proof. I don't know. I've got videos, emails, pictures, you name it. That's how to defeat the government entity. Proof, evidence, prima facie, evidence. So I want to say that I'm proud to be who I am as a fighter for civil rights. And I'll always be that. Because I can take and take and take. But everybody has a breaking point. And again, if you've been taking something for 6 months and you haven't said anything, and you can prove that, there comes a time, not saying that you never take nothing and you don't, but there comes a time when you got to stand up. All right? At least I do. I believe that. And I know that's right. But you can tell me how somebody next to you that was a black lady was very noisy and you complained and wrote notes on the door. But now the noise upstairs is not a black person. So now you don't say nothing. I got proof you said that. And I don't like it. This is not good. This is not good. And again, when you're home, you're supposed to have peace and quiet. After all, we're here as a result of illegal discrimination that's never stopped. And if I'm scared to use my voice, the U.S. Constitution, freedom of speech, then I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. I am Denise Newton Fitzpatrick, a fighter for civil rights for all people, regardless of color, and an advocate for fair housing for the mentally ill and also the homeless. And that's what I do. Have a good day. Bye now. find money. Don't say nothing to me. He's great not having a Wi-Fi. That's what he'll do. Look silly to have say if they noisy. Like I told you, she gets up like a funny video. I don't know why you never put up more.